You are now tuned in to Ent.TV. Yeah! It's your boy RichCeleb, straight out of West Philly. I'm a recording artist for $1 Million Minds Entertainment.
$1 Million Minds, baby.
Now I'm at the career. You dig? Co-founder of $1 Million Minds Entertainment, big homie. What up?
I'ma be your double as boss. Hating ass niggas y'all lost. Why y'all worried about me? Huh? We ain't worried about y'all. Always had $1 million grind. Man, I got $1 million mind. Man, if you get in my way, blah, leave a flat line.
$1 Million Minds, baby.
It's RichCeleb. I'm on my way.
I started making music at 16 years old. I used to just be freestyling after school with a couple of my homies, and I was always a little funny, so people was like, yo, you should really start making music. And I did my first talent show, and I actually did good, so I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. What inspired me again was just my friends always telling me, you know, that they think that I can do it. And just listening to like Jay-Z and seeing everything that he brought to the table, and I was like, man, I could be that dude one day. I actually didn't choose the name. My name was Rich Raw before, and I used to like rap about the streets a lot. And then I like went a totally different direction, and I called myself Celeb. And Celeb was like more of a commercial type rapper. And my bro, big homie, came to me. He was like, yo, you should combine the street side with you and the commercial side. And then we just took out Raw and just put RichCeleb. So that's how that name came about. I decided to do hip hop music because I feel like hip hop is in me. Like, I am hip hop. So it was like, that's what I grew up on, listening to all of the time. Of course, my mom used to listen to WDES, and my dad, Jamaican, he used to listen to a lot of reggae music, and I love those type of music too. But like hip hop is what really spoke to me. So it was like, I couldn't see myself doing anything less than that. I feel like what's unique about my style of music is the type of energy that I just bring to the table. Everything that I write about is 100% sincere, and it's either something that I've been through, somebody that I know been through, or something that I just vision all the time. So I just feel like it's just totally different from a lot of other music and, you know, a lot of other artists on what's going on right now. Music is definitely my calling, but I would be lying to you if I said it wasn't a stepping stone, you know, to go somewhere else, because it's just so much you can do. Once you get in that lane, the type of connections that you get and the type of networking that you do, it can just lead to anything. To you, you know, being in movies, to you owning a basketball team. It's just so many different things and so many different lanes that you can attack. I see my success like just being on a bigger scale, touching a lot more people's hearts with my music, and that's where I just wanted to be. I just wanted to be to a point where, of course, the money gonna be bigger, you know, the fans is gonna be bigger, but what I want to see like is just a lot more people telling me how much they appreciate my music and how a song of mine might have changed their lives or inspired them to do something better with their lives. A pro, I would say, is definitely like being able to hear another artist bring what you wrote and your ideas alive, and they could put a whole different swag and a whole different feel to it, kind of, because they doing it with their energy. A con to it is sometimes it just never comes out to be what you envision it being, because at the end of the day, they're not you. But it's fun though, because it's like you get to put yourself in other people's shoes, and it's like, say if you was writing a song like for Jeezy, if you wanted to be the biggest type of drug dealer at that time, you could go ahead and do that. Or you might be writing a song for Wiz Khalifa, and you really got to enter yourself into his world. So, you know, that's the pros and cons to me. I feel like especially if you a rapper, it's like you have to write your own music, because only you can tell your story at the end of the day. Nobody could do it like you can do it. I couldn't imagine letting somebody write a whole song and I'm just on camera frauding like I really wrote the song myself. I mean, it's easy for me to say that now, especially that I'm just, you know, just getting out here, but it's way better to write it yourself. I just like for the fact now that you get the recognition and the credit that you deserve, after putting all this hard work into everything that you've been doing. And I feel like opposed to like being behind the scenes, I mean, it's a great thing because that's how you really could get yourself in the game. But at the same time, it's like you just never really get that respect and recognition that you really deserve, I feel. I feel like a lot of people never become successful in music because they don't understand that you need to be humble, especially when you get into this game. They very selective on who they even let in the game at the end of the day. So it's like you totally got to be humble. You can't have that attitude like you don't want to work with nobody and anything like that. I also feel like another way that you could be like unsuccessful and never make it at the end of the day is not knowing how to deal with criticism, because sometimes everybody ain't gonna like you. There's people I heard that said that Jay-Z was corny, and we know that dude is not corny by any means, but at the end of the day, you know, people just like what they like. Some of the misunderstandings is just a lot of people really don't know how much work you really got to put into being an independent artist. You really got to do everything from the ground up. You really got to hustle. You really got to grind. Like it's a harder grind than being in the streets. So it's like you really just got to, it's like no days off, no sleep. You just at it 24/7, ready to jump on any great opportunity that come your way if it's great. But you got to know when to say yes, and you got to know when to say no. You got to work 1,000,000 times harder because it's like nobody knows who you are at first as an independent artist. So it's like you up the uprise. When you got that major behind you, you got like a big machine pushing everything to the forefront. You don't have to, where you on BET, you on Ent.Tv, you got commercials, you just got a bigger budget. So of course it's gonna be on a bigger scale and bigger things. When you're an independent artist, it's like all about building your networks and linking up with the right people, and it's just, you just gotta work 1,000,000 times harder because nobody knows who you are at first. I just like for the fact that I got 100% total control at anything that I want to do. I feel like that's so important. Like I don't have nobody in my ear telling me, oh no, you need to make this type of record, or trying to force me to be, you know, somebody that I'm not. I'm in 100% control of everything that I want to do. So therefore, y'all getting a raw. Social media can do nothing but help your career if you use it the right way. It can definitely damage your career if you just tagging 100, 200 people you don't even know every day, and you putting the wrong type of stuff up on social media. People want to know who you are and what you bring to the table, and as long as you do it that way and put great music out, it's all it can do is help you at the end of the day. The only way it can hurt you is if you hurt yourself by putting stuff that don't have nothing to do with what you're doing. That even attack the market in Philly is really, really hard because of the culture of the city. It's like a crab in a barrel type mentality, and it's really hard to get support in the city. But any business, you got to have your home crowd behind you. But the building a fan base outside of Philly is like essential. You really need it. I feel like the best ways to gaining fans and gaining the following is just being you, who you are, being real, being personable, being genuine, and just always willing to reach out to people, and being a person that's not scared of anything, you know, because you just always got to constantly put yourself out there. So it's like that's the only way I feel, and just making sure that your circle is right, because sometimes having the wrong people behind you could be like a domino effect leading towards disaster at the end of the day. I am who I am. I just feel like at the end of the day, as long as you stay true to yourself, there's nothing that could stop you, and as long as you got dedication and motivation, there's nothing that can stop you at the end of the day. I am who I am. I wouldn't change for nobody, and that could get me a long way. So that's what I live by. You can learn more about me by visiting the website, RichCeleb.mdm.com, or $1,000,000 Minds, Ent.com. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RichCeleb. That's RichCeleb MDM. And you can also look me up on Facebook at RichCeleb.
Most of these rappers ain't honest. If you a star, I'm a galaxy. Richard be painting them pictures. Rappers should be in the galaxy.